Hey everybody, this is Chuck Dixon about to set the record straight again. I keep getting called on to do these kinds of videos because people talking smack about my work. So, okay. Last night apparently Kevin Smith appeared on some after show talking about the DC universe. And Kevin was asked how Oliver Queen died in the comics back in the 90s. And he incorrectly, well, not fully correctly answered that I did it. You know, Chuck Dixon did it. Chuck Dixon killed him. And then he went on to describe, how that happened. Again, not entirely accurate, um, either in reality or in comics continuity. So this is the issue in question, by the way, Green Arrow 101. And okay, at the time, if you don't know your DC Universe history, they were replacing a lot of the second tier characters, Green Lantern, Flash, Green Arrow, with younger alter egos. Um, and Hal Jordan, the original Green Lantern, went off to become a villain, and Barry Allen, the original Flash, got killed. And Here comes Connor Hawke, Oliver Queen's son, to be the new Green Arrow, but Ollie's still hanging around. So the thought was at DC, they got to get Ollie out of the way. Now, initially, the editors, it was Denny O'Neil and Scott Peterson, they came up with the idea that Ollie would lose an arm. And just to be different, he wouldn't lose the same arm that he had lost in Return of the Dark Knight. So that Kevin Smith is incorrect. This was not to harbinge or make canon Frank Miller's version of Batman. It was, in fact, to do quite the opposite. Ollie would not be missing the same arm in regular DCU continuity as he was in Frank Miller's universe. Okay, so that was the idea. Now, I don't know who came up with the idea that Superman had to be there. That's what I was told. Okay, Ollie has to lose his arm. He's in a trap, and Superman can't free him. And that was the gag. So suddenly I'm in the Weisinger corner. Back in the 50s and 60s, Mort Weisinger was the editor of all the Superman titles. And he was famous for coming up with ridiculous ideas that the writers then had to explain in the stories. Why does Lois suddenly have an identical twin who knows Superman's secret? I don't know. I don't get paid to do that. You write it. And the writers would have to, earn their paychecks and figure out how to make that crazy concept work. And that's where I was. Oliver Queen's in a trap. He can't escape, and Superman can't help it. All right. So this was literally the toughest challenge I'd ever had in my comics writing career. Obviously, I would not have made it under Mort Weisinger's aegis. I would have been shown the door the first week because this consumed days and days of my time simply thinking of a trap that would cost Ollie his arm that Superman, though present, cannot save him from. So I came up with this contraption, which would basically sever Ollie's arm, and it was attached to a bomb, which was aboard an unmanned aircraft, which was being aimed at some target that the villain wanted to destroy. So the idea there is that Superman could not tinker with the device, or it would set the bomb off. He couldn't change the course of the plane, or it would set the bomb off. He couldn't remove Ollie and the trap from the plane, or the bomb would go off. So Ollie was dead no matter what. And it was me who came up with the idea that even more loathsome than killing Oliver Queen, I was going to be unpopular for that. Even worse was showing Superman as a failure. So I worked it out that Superman would be the one to sever his arm. He would not fail, and the trap would succeed in severing Ollie's arm. Superman would take it off himself. And who better than Superman? Surgical cut, cauterized, and then fly him right to medical assistance. So Superman on the spot was actually the perfect character. And in this way, Superman, in a way, succeeds. He doesn't save Ollie's arm, but he saves his life, and he stops this plane from reaching its target all at the same time. So I worked all that out. I handed in the script, and they came back and said, Paul Levitt said just kill him. So all my work with this trap was for naught. I still used the setup, but the plane simply explodes, killing Ollie. Superman couldn't save it. So Superman does fail, which was bad. I didn't like that. And so it wasn't me acting alone. I was under editorial directive to first take an arm off Ollie and then ultimately to kill him. And then ultimately, I set up the situation where Ollie could return to life, as all late superheroes do. They always come back. And I set up the scenario that would allow Kevin Smith to make the character return. Anyway, I just wanted to set the record straight, tell you the real story, the behind the scenes, and how Oliver Queen died, why he died in the way he died. And the only thing I can't explain is why Superman had to be there. I may have asked and got no answer on that one. All right. Anyway, see you down the road. Hope you enjoyed this.